wrapped up in my sleeping bag, looking out the window at Aaron's house as the sun is beginning to creep over the horizon. And the trees are silhouetted black against the emerging blue sky with the fading stars up in the sky. And I think to myself how much I hate Aaron because he's got it fucking made with this fantastic house of his, this nice little piece of property tucked away out in the backwoods of South Dakota. God, I fucking hate him. I hope he dies. I hope he dies of syphilis. You piece of shit.
My keen eye spotted something, a very interesting development. And it's not gonna, this isn't revolutionary, it isn't, but it's significant. It's like, oh shit, did you see what happened over there? You're like, yeah, that dog did a flip. What's the big deal? The dog did a flip. Perhaps that's a bad analogy. What did I do? I logged out of one website and all of a sudden, yeah, YouTube. I'm on YouTube. I log in, monetize the video. And they throw something right up, they got an ad. And it's Kevin James. And I like Kevin James. Who doesn't like Kevin James? But the pose he has, he looks serious in this movie, whatever this movie is. I'm like, okay, Kevin James is normally a humor comedy actor, but there's, a lot of good movies are the person playing it is outside of their shtick and they deliver a great performance. I'm like, well, Kevin James is funny. I mean, okay, he's got talent and skill. What's this about? And the movie's called Solo Mio, which solitary me, I guess, in Italy, Italian. And I watched the trailer. I had an idea. I had projects, ideas, moneymakers, books, comic books that could be turned into movies, right? That had a red pill message or was it wasn't that wouldn't be the main mess. The main sit down, everyone. The main purpose of these books would be have an entertaining, enjoyable movie, book, comic book, whatever. But in there would be a red pill lesson, or it would be key to move the entire plot along, or it would be a trait of an individual that would speak to the very real world events that men are dealing with in the West. Da 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 da. Like, this is actually a thing in society, and this person is part of that thing, or endures this thing, or suffers that thing, or has the trait of the thing. I think it would be character development, is what I'm saying. And the whole point wouldn't be to lecturing and sermonizing, but it would be, oh, here's a character who's dealing with these very modern issues right now. But every movie I had come up with, every idea, it's a good flick. Usually an action flick. A lot of them are more deep and philosophical, with some of it being a hint of mysticism and magic, like not divine intervention, supernatural stuff. I don't want to give it away. One is straight up a gun shoot 'em up flick, which would be great. That'd probably be there'd be no deep philosophy. It's just a movie about revenge. It's all it is. A lot of fucking revenge. So that one isn't too deep of philosophy. But there were a couple characters like, oh yeah, this character would be whatever, single dad or something like that. So I watched this movie, and it's very telling because I think someone in Hollywood noticed men's plight, and he said, we can make money off of this. And the plot of Solo Mio isn't anything terribly complex. Kevin James is at his wedding in Italy. He gets stood up. Letter, dear John, letter, ring. And he is convinced by the maitre d' of the hotel, like, sir, you have all of these things planned in Italy and you're here and a lot of these aren't going to be refunded. Why don't you just enjoy it? And then what precedes is inspirational music and absolutely everything that is a chick flick. Of course. And it's like, wait a minute. Are you applying the chick flick formula It's not even a romantic comedy. I think it's just a straight up romance movie. I'm sure there's some funny things. Are you applying the chick flick formula to the lovelorn men of the red pill? Not even the red pill, the men of the West? Are you trying? Because the whole thing is like, yeah, you got screwed over. That plays the kind of red pill philosophy. Yeah, there's more to life. Yeah, you should go out. Now, maybe I'm overreading it. Maybe like, no, I just want to have a guy. I like Kevin James. People, everyone is sympathetic. Oh, who would hurt Kevin James? Oh my God, who would do that? You like hurt Jimmy Stewart? My goodness, what'd you do that for? Maybe, but the fact this got funding, and it's a guy now going out, and he's going to rediscover his life. I'm like, whoa, this is the first red pill movie, at least made by Hollywood. And whether they were motivated by it, I don't think it's coincidence. Because show me one where the guy is stood up and has to rediscover. Like, this is basically, what is it? How Ladash got a groove. Thelma got her groove back. Somebody got her groove back. This is basically it with the guy. That's breaking the formula. So that I think they said, wait, guys are kind of down and out. Let's do one for men. And whereas I appreciate the sentiment, this ain't gonna work. It's when you try to make action movies for women, right? You try to make Star Wars for women, it doesn't work. Men don't like romantic comedies or romance movies. You could get in a good romantic comedy. Like Down with Love is a wonderful movie. But there's a lot of charm. That's for both men and women. You can get behind that one. Not Dirty Rotten Men, but Grumpy Old Men, both 1 and 2. Okay, everyone could get behind that because it was a comedy. This one looks a little bit more serious. And I don't think men are going to show up to it because we don't want to have Vespa rides through Rome. We don't want to have inspirational music, have some old wise guy. Hey, it was like almost the exact script. Here's an older Italian man. Let me give you some advice, young man. Like, okay, you took this tool and you're applying it to guys. It won't work. Just as making Star Wars for women, particularly ugly lesbian women, won't work. But, trying to force, what was it? It wasn't Ironheart. Shadow? Sparrow? There was some gal who was deaf and mute. No, deaf and missing an appendage. Of course, she was American Indian, and she was a girl boss. Like, no one, that doesn't appeal. It doesn't appeal to men, doesn't appeal to women. I'll grant you this, it might appeal to women just because it's a romantic thing. And there's shots of Italy and that might. And in an inadvertent way, maybe you're going to get women to like watch this and they're not going to acknowledge or see the larger overall social point you're trying to make. But they'll actually have it in their heads that it's possible for a man, Kevin James, to be hurt. That might be more progress than anyone's made in 50 years. But I don't think this is going to be the blockbuster. I mean, how much does it cost to make? I don't know. Its profitability is almost irrelevant. But its existence is very curious to me. Like, wait a minute. You understand that this is an issue affecting men right now. Or is that too bold of an assumption of me? I could be wrong. And your solution, kind of like Scott Galloway's, to treat it like a chick problem. And here you go. Here's a romantic comedy for you. Yeah, like Scott Galloway. Okay, welcome to the party, pal. No, your prescriptions are wrong. They're wrong, man. I'll be curious if how many who goes see. It's going to be women who go see it because guys are gonna be like, I don't want to see this. Just like girls don't want to see fucking Rambo or Star Wars or nerd shit, Lord of the Rings. No matter how much, oh God, the Rings of Power. Oh my God. I'll tell you this though, with Kevin James in it and just a simple basic plot, I think it'll appeal to more people than Rings of Power. With diversified girl boss horse shit just smothered all over that crap. No one's going to go watch that. People might see, I like Kevin James. Why not? But I've not seen this before. I'm not a movie file. I haven't paid that much attention to the movie, but this is a very curious development. I'll just read it here. Upcoming American movie, Angel Studios, February 6, 2026. They're aiming for the Valentine's Day thing. Film follows Matt, man whose dreams of picturesque Italian wedding are shattered when his fiancée leaves him at the altar. Mac embarks on his planned honeymoon across Italy alone, immersing himself in the country's vibrant culture, food, and beauty. That's it. That's it. This was a curious little thing that happened on my way to the forum. I'll let you guys know about it. Is it? Go back to that? That's a long time ago. The Big Country. Gregory Peck? All right, that's it. See you guys later. Toodles.